center. So scarf hold is where you have the underhook and you switch your base, okay? Scarf hold is from here, okay? The way, if you really want to set up a scarf hold, I kind of got to move this frame out of the way. So I kind of lean forward, try to attack a key lock. He moves his arm out of the way here. Left hand cups that elbow. I cup his collar. My right knee slides under here. And I want to be nice and stable. Okay, my butt is literally like half an inch off the mat and my weight is on his ribs, okay? The left hand cups that tricep and pinches. So you want to kind of pretend you're pulling his arm out of the socket, okay? From here, I want to switch my base. I'm facing towards his head. I'm going to switch my base while my head is towards his feet. So what I do is here is that I always have feet alive and I drive in here, switch a knee, drop that on reverse crossface. This is a regular crossface, reverse crossface. And now I'm gonna roll the hip, get my leg out this way and I roll my hip so I can switch my base here. So I can step over, mount. And then from here, I immediately can attack this arm, okay? Because the more I walk it, the shoulder gets out of whack. You can attack it here and you're able to get a key lock, okay? So watch this right here. Over here. I don't really want to do this with a frame here because sometimes they'll push and I'll lose my base the opposite way. So you want to be able to be mindful of this. When you're on the bottom and you feel that they're going to switch, it's good even to grab this collar right here so that as they switch, just walk your hips out and you push them down and you go in the side. Okay? So I need to get rid of this frame here. So what I want to do is I want to just kind of move it out. So I apply my pressure. So your primary pressure is your belly button pressure, your core pressure. It's not necessarily your chest pressure. Because when my chest is on, it's too easy to move me. And then here, as I begin to try to get that key lock, just to fake. From here, left hand cups that elbow, okay? And I'm gonna slide underneath here, okay? And when I switch the base, okay, I wanna kind of roll them up because there's a lot of pressure here, knee, reverse crossface, and I wanna control this arm because I always have a straight arm like here. In order to roll my left hip, I have to straighten my left leg, but I first move it this way. So I base as my left hip, okay, is connected to his armpit. I could be here and I can scoop back into his armpit, extracting his arm. Because from here, I can also go north-south, set up potential paper cutter chokes. I like this position here because I'm kind of far away from him being able to recover side control. I mean, half guard. Because when you're here, and oftentimes you just get stuck here, it's too easy for them to begin to recover a half guard or slide the knee on an open guard. See, right away, I'm already losing that side control and I'd rather walk around the head a bit. But what I want you guys to do is this. You want to set up the scarf hold here, okay? When I'm here, we're here. I'm gonna attack that arm here. He moves it out. 1, 2, left knee to the hip and I slide back. From here, I can grab this knee here, pull it in, and then I walk everything out. Notice how my knees are behind my hips. I don't want to be here. There's no pressure on him. I want to be here because I have a very good connection and my right hip is what's also extending and pushing his arm, okay? Because the more you walk it this way here and take their head offline, it becomes uncomfortable. When I got this, he straightens that arm, I have a straight arm lock also. But the most important is to mount. So here, I break that frame, attack it, he'll move it out of the way, yes. Cup it, roll it, left knee by his head, because this position sucks for the person on the bottom, okay? Because from here you have kind of like north-south head arm chokes and so forth. But I'm gonna switch my base here, roll. My left knee's connected. Now I feel his elbow by my hip. I scoop my hip back and it extracts that elbow. I can mount from here or can grab here, just pull it in. From here, hook it, And then this underhook stays as both my arms. Because I want to be able to get that arm, elbow separated from his hip and attack that arm. This is a fulcrum. So if he's going to keep hiding that arm and pulling it this way, because he knows it's going to try to bring down to the hip, you can also sometimes get this kind of bicep crusher here, and then you can get that arm. Because in order for him to defend this right here, is very uncomfortable, especially if you have big bicep. He'll rotate that arm up, and he just gives you the arm here. Roll it, control it, frame it, and okay. So we don't have time. Switching the base. I want to collapse that frame. Goes forward. See how you almost have a key lock right there? If you catch it, great, but he'll move that arm. It's a shitty bite. But I do that on purpose here. 1, 2, 3. Reverse cross face. Left leg comes out so I can slide down that arm. Left knee to his hip. Slide back, back, back. I can step over or from here, and his knee's up, kind of. So his knees are up. I can take this knee here, and I can move it down this way. Slide. And then I want to get both arms. I want to tweak his neck and his arm here. Because from here, I can begin to attack that arm here, and I have a good bite on it. Okay? So just switch and base. Nice smooth down. 1, 2, 3.